We turn our attention to Niger now, where the military-appointed prime minister has expressed optimism that the government in Niamey can reach a deal with West African Regional Bloc ECOWAS. Ali Mahamane Lamine Zeine told a media briefing that talks are ongoing to resolve the standoff with the regional body. CGTN's Joy Juma has that report.
In a news conference, Prime Minister Ali Mahamane Lamine Zeine said that Niger sent a representative for the talks and welcomed ECOWAS delegates.
I think the discussions are moving forward. They are moving in the right direction because everyone is convinced that it's not right to isolate a country like Niger. And I think that very soon this issue will be resolved.
He also addressed the presence of French troops in Niamey. Thousands had been protesting outside a French military base demanding their withdrawal from the country. The junta had earlier announced the scrapping of military agreements with their former colonial ruler.
The government has already denounced the agreements that allow France to be in our territory. They are in an illegal position, and I think that the exchanges that are underway should very quickly enable these forces to withdraw from our country.
The coup has come with a general rise in anti-French sentiment as France stands by the ousted president, Mohamed Bazoum. Paris has refused to acknowledge the military leaders. Relations spiraled further when France ignored the expulsion of its ambassador from Niger.
He didn't behave properly as a diplomat. I myself asked at one point to preserve the relations between states. France is a country with which we have always developed cooperative relations. In this context, I asked the Minister of Foreign Affairs here to send an official message inviting him to come and exchange views with us, to see what measures could be taken to bring about a settlement, or a de-escalation as we call it. He refused to do so. That's contemptuous behavior on his part, and it's not acceptable.
Meanwhile, the military leaders have reopened the country's airspace to all commercial flights. The country had been a no-fly zone for a month after the junta seized power. Joy Juma, CGTN.
Well, for more on the potential for an agreement between ECOWAS and Niger's military leaders, we're joined by Gary Amadou, who is in the capital, Niamey, for us. Hi there, Gary. Gary, Niger's junta-appointed prime minister says ECOWAS talks are looking good so far. What more can you tell us?
Yeah, we don't have any information about this information because the prime minister didn't give any details about what he's saying. And we don't have any information about any delegation of the junta, which is supposed to be in Abuja, where the headquarters of ECOWAS is located, to meet ECOWAS officials. So we don't have any information. He didn't give any details. So what we know is that the junta, sued ECOWAS and saying that the sanctions are illegal. So they sent lawyers in Abuja, to set this to suit the ECOWAS about the sanction. That is the only information we have. But saying that there is a kind of negotiation between the junta and ECOWAS, we don't have any information, and the prime minister didn't give any details about it.
So, Gary, reports are also indicating that anti-French protests are still going on in Niamey. What is the situation there today? And also, do you have any information regarding the French ambassador, Sylvain Ite?
Yeah, the situation remains the same as some days before. So, French army is still in Niger, and there's no sign proving that maybe French is about to withdraw in Niger. So there is no information about that. What we know is that yesterday the French Minister of Defense said that French will still stay in Niger because, as you know, French do not consider the junta as the legal government. They consider that the settlement of French army in Niger is the result of agreement between French Republic and the elected president government, Mohamed Bazoum. So they consider that there is no reason they leave the country until maybe the elected government decided to do it.
So, Gary, yesterday we saw an announcement from Niger that of the reopening of its airspace. What are you hearing about what prompted that move?
Yeah, they open. Let's say the airport. The flight for, let's say, plane coming from, let's say, civilian coming from other countries, but there is still restriction. They still ban, let's say, special arrivals. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, the commercial planes and the people, let's say, traveling from some countries coming to Niger, and those who are going from Niger to another country, they're allowed to go and come back. But I mean, officials, let's say, traveling is still banned.